Alright, welcome to day 71 of our journey to Platinum here in Elden Ring. I was going through and doing some stuff just to prep for the episode, and apparently I can open this. United Combat and Combat Ordeals. To engage in combat with other players, touch the effigy, America, and a Coliseum. I already know about this, but I thought that this couldn't open. So, just to catch you up to speed on what's going on. So, the end of yesterday, we wrapped up everything in Raya Lucaria. We went through the 3 illusory walls, fought Ranni, things like that. And then at the end of yesterday, we went over to the Carrion Study Hall because we've got to check that out now that I have her Great Rune. Now that I have her Remembrance, and I have her Great Rune, but it's not active yet. And something I remembered is we haven't actually read this yet. So, Remembrance of Ranni, Queen of the Full Moon, hewn into the Erd Tree. The power of its namesake can be unlocked by the Finger Reader. Alternatively, it can be used to gain a great bounty of runes. So that's what they all say. So, in her youth, Ranni was a prominent champion who charmed the Academy with her lunar magic, becoming its master. She also led the Glintstone Knights and established the House of Caria as royalty. So it's a little bit of lore, so we're going to go to the Round Table Hold and check to see what her remembrance can give me. And this is not the original Remembrance of the Grafted. You may remember we duplicated it in one of the Wandering Mausoleums. But I was seeing that there's supposed to be, I think, a red summon sign around here to fight Knight Isfan. And so I was like, let me just try and open this door. And apparently it does open, and maybe, I don't know, maybe we've come in here before, but I don't remember being able to open the door. I knew that this was where you engage in PvP, which is why I never really messed with it. Because PvP is not something that I am interested in, and also I'm playing offline anyway, so PvP isn't even an option for me. But apparently you can open this door, even if you're not online, and even if you don't have PvP on. So that's interesting, but I think... Coliseums are only available online. Okay, yeah, so we can't really do anything here, but this is still interesting, because since we're doing 100% and literally checking every last area of the game, I want to check this stuff out. Even if a door opens and we can't do anything with it, we're going to open the door. So, that's good to know, I guess, because I had no idea about that. So that's cool. But then, here's the whole reason I was over here, is I've mentioned before that I keep a running list of stuff that we've got to go back and check out. Stuff that maybe I forgot, or stuff that I learned about later. And one of those things was that there's supposed to be, like, Knight Isfan is supposed to be able to be summoned right around here, or basically we can invade him, so it's like an invasion sign, I think. And it said it was right near the Divine Bridge. And so I figured it was probably in this area, but I'm guessing I'm going to need to do a bit more research about that, because I don't really know how to activate that. And maybe I've already done it. Maybe I already fought him, because I remember being invaded over here near the Coliseum, but I thought that that was just a normal invasion. I don't think that I clicked, or I don't think that I pressed or touched any sort of red invasion sign. So I'm just going to, I guess, run through here real fast, though, and just see if I see one. And if I don't, then we'll move on, and I'll check it out once I read a bit more about it and how you make that happen. Because that's one of the things we're trying to do. Not only am I trying to be thorough when we first enter each area and collect all of the different crafting materials. Obviously, we've been through here, so I'm not collecting everything here. But not only am I trying to do that, but I'm trying to make sure that we do all invasions and things like that. Yeah, so I don't see it here. Could be up above, I guess, and I'm gonna grab these real fast because these are valuable. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna have to figure that out. But the other thing that I need to go do that was never done is right here. I guess at night there's a Knights Cavalry boss that I didn't know about, and I'm pretty sure we've never gone back and fought him. So since it's still nighttime, right? Yeah, we're good. So look at that, there he is. Yeah, I don't think I ever knew that one of these spawned here. So it's just the sheer breadth of this game is redonkulous, and all of the things that we're finding that I didn't even know about after my first 300-hour playthrough. So these knights are super easy. I think I've fought, what, probably 3 at this point, because they just spawn in various areas at night. Don't you do that to me. Yeah, so they just spawn in various areas, and you have to be in the area at night for them to spawn, which is why sometimes I'm just not in an area at night, so I can pretty easily miss a place where one spawns unless I happen to be there at night, or I happen to see something on the wiki or something that talks about it. I'm gonna make that bear sit down, get out of here, sit down and shut up. And I'm tanking this a little bit just because of the fact that, again, like these guys are not that difficult. They don't hit that hard, and it's not really worth being super slow, I feel like, with fighting them, because you can kill the horse like that, and he'll probably just, yeah, he's probably calling his horse back already. Yeah, it almost feels a little bit silly now that I fought a bunch of these. Sometimes it feels a little silly even to worry about killing the horse, because of the fact that he summons it again so quickly. But I really, like, I don't try to focus on the horse. It just happens to be that I hit the horse a ton in the process, because the only way to really hit him when he's up there is to hit the side of the horse and just at the same time end up hitting his leg or the side of his torso. So the horse just sort of inevitably dies at least once during the fight, I feel like. Alright, we almost got him, though. Almost got him. Even his attacks are like, they're not super difficult to avoid. They do kind of, like, when he gets that overhand attack like that, that kind of does hurt a little bit. But nothing I can't handle. Boom. That's it. How much do you get for him? Runes-wise. 5,600, that's not bad. Ashevor Ice Spear. What is that? That looks pretty cool. Ice Spear... that's Loretta's slash. Here it is. Ice Spear, skill of the warriors who served Lunar Princess Ranni. Oh, interesting. Lunar Princess Ranni. So spin armament to release cold magic, then channel it into a piercing spear of ice. Usable on polearms, capable of thrusting and twin blades. Okay, that's interesting. Alright, so that's done, so I can mark that off the list of stuff that we haven't done yet. So here's the other thing, is I wanted to go to the study hall again, because of the fact that we should, so now that Renala has been killed, we'll be able to activate her great rune, and we've got to get into the Divine Tower to be able to do that. But something that I realized is the inverted hourglass that I'm supposed to have to be able to flip Carrion Study Hall upside down. I don't think that I have it, but I could have sworn that I talked to Ranni and got it. Like, I remember pretty vividly collecting it from her, so that's why I came back to the Rise here. So I'm just checking through one more time to be sure I didn't miss it. And I would think it'd be in key items, but I don't see it anywhere in here. I see we do have to go and give this the Academy Glintstone key to Tops, so that's something we've got to get done. But then, so we've got all these different key items here. We've got the Celestial Dew, the Dragon Hearts, but I don't see the inverted hourglass. And I'm just trying to, I want to go through each page just to see if, for some reason, I'm completely misunderstanding where it would be put. But it's got to be in key items normally. And like I said, I remember when we went through this Three Sisters area, I remember getting it from her. So maybe I'll need to look back at the episode when we went through Three Sisters and just see if maybe I was wrong. Maybe she gave me something else, and I was just thinking that that's what she gave me. I don't know. But let's go talk to her real fast. Maybe she never gave it to me, and now she'll give it to me. I don't know. But we've got to be able to have that to get into the actual Divine Tower of Liurnia, which is over here. Because this is just the Carrion Study Hall, and we've explored that already. That's done. But then I've got to actually flip it on its head, basically. Flip it over to get to the rest of it. So let's see.
The curse mark thou seekest is not here. That is all I will say. Now. The curse mark. Now.
Okay, so I guess then I just imagined it, and I don't have that yet. So I guess I haven't progressed her to the point of being able to get the inverted hourglass, is my assumption then. I had totally thought that I had, but I guess not. And then also, so you know something else that I should go do real fast while I'm here, just because I'm in the area, is we're going to go over to the other Rise. Sullivis's Rise, I believe is what it's called, right? Isn't that what this one is? Yeah, Sullivis's Rise. So let me just go see if I can access stuff there yet. I don't know if I can. That one might still be blocked off. And you know, while I'm here, it might not be a bad idea to even check the other rise as well, just to see if that one's opened up. But I'm pretty sure that Sullivan's rise opens first. I remember from my first playthrough being able to get in there before the other one. And no, it looks like it's still closed. Also, there's that other Divine Tower, the one that the hint is, may erudition guide thee. Or, sorry, it's not a Divine Tower, it's another rise. And I'm pretty sure I still can't get into that either. Yeah, block shut for now. Okay, but we've got all of these. Let's see, if I look at my helmets. So I've got all 4 of these, and I think that's all of them. So one of these is used, and it might be any one of the 4, to get into the rise that is over, let's see, it would be this rise, I believe, the converted fringe tower. And you know what, I need to write that down, because that's a whole other area that we haven't actually looked at yet. So the converted fringe tower. So we've got to go check that out, but I don't have the gesture yet that'll let me get in there. I just have the helmet. So we're going to need the gesture too, the erudition gesture, before I can make that happen. But all that stuff is kind of stuff for another day, because I got to figure some of that stuff out. Real quickly, I want to see what equipment I can get from Rennala's remembrance. And actually, let's also... So, this is Great Rune of the Unborn. That's what I got from her. Amber Egg clutched by Rennala, Queen of the Full Moon. Great Rune of Unborn Demigods. Perfects those who have been born anew. Children born anew by Rennala are all frail and short-lived. Imperfect beings, each and all. So, that's what I've got to basically reactivate, I think, at... actually, it looks active. We've got to get into the Divine Tower regardless, but maybe it's not for that. But let's see what her remembrance gives us.
I had my doubts, but look at you. Only once before have I seen 2 great runes together. Look there. The fingers shudder with exuberance. Fine work, brave Tarnished. The greater will is pleased. You have earned the right to become Elden Lord. Now, seek the Erd Tree and an audience with Queen Marika to become Elden Lord and restore the Golden Order. The fingers expect as much from you as they do young Gideon. Take this. A token of farewell.
That's awesome. I didn't realize that she gave me a talisman pouch here.
Now, go forth. Become Elden Lord.
Okay.
You have returned. What is it?
Okay, so let's see what this gives. So this, I've still got the option to buy the Axe of Godric, but that's a strength weapon, so I'm not really interested. The only reason that I duplicated his remembrance was just to see how it works with the Wandering Mausoleums. But then this... Holy crap, 60 intelligence for that? That's crazy. So that's the Carrion Regal Scepter, and that boosts this sorcery. So Magic Scepter of Rennala, Queen of the Full Moon. The glintstone is known as a Carrion Blue, enhancing full moon sorceries. Only those of the highest intelligence may wield this, the finest of all glintstone staves. So the unique skill is Spinning Weapon. Channel magic into the glintstone to suspend the scepter in mid-air and cause it to spin violently. Those it touches will suffer successive magic attacks. And this one, sorcery symbolic of the Carrion Queen. Uses the caster as a vessel to incarnate a full moon, then sends it floating toward foes. The full moon dispels all sorcery that touches it, and temporarily reduces magic damage negation for those it strikes. Queen Rennala encountered this enchanting moon when she was young, and later it would bewitch the Academy. So that one takes even more intelligence, 70 and 60. That's crazy. Wow. Okay. And then, oh, that's right, and I can also buy all of her equipment, which I'm not really interested in, but let's read one of the... All these pretty much say the same thing, but just for lore purposes. So, robe indicating the highest order of sorcerer, worn by Rennala, Queen of the Full Moon. When Rennala, head of both the Academy of Rhea Lucaria and the Carrion royal family, lost her husband Radagon, her heart went along with him, and then those at the Academy realized that Rennala was no longer champion after all. Or that Rennala was no champion after all. Interesting.
Queen Marika is the vessel of the Elden Ring, carrier of its vision. A god in truth. But after the Elden Ring's shattering, she was imprisoned in the Erd Tree. A grim punishment for shattering the Order, despite her godhood. The fingers speak.
Marika's trespass demanded a heavy sentence. But even in shackles, she remains a god and a vision's vessel. Confer great runes to become Elden Lord and join Queen Marika as her consort. The fingers have willed it so.
Now you may go.
Okay, so I think that that's everything I care about here.
Oh, go let the work.
Okay, cool. And I could probably just use both remembrances that I have, but I think I might hold on to him just in case I want those weapons at any point.
Ah, well then.
Let me see. Do I have any... I don't have anything to give him, and I don't think I want any of what he has right now. This would be kind of cool to use eventually. I need one more faith to be able to use that. Let's also see what he has to say.
There's something I should mention to you as well. I'm thinking of leaving the Round Table Hold. Do you know of the noble Gold Mask? Though he was but a tarnished, living outside the lands between, he was a great scholar who foresaw the coming guidance of grace. And now, I hear he has come to the lands between alone, to contemplate the Golden Order. I wish nothing more than to seek his instruction, and perhaps even help him in his research.
Cool.
May the Golden Order...
So that progresses his quest line, because we'll pretty soon he'll leave here. I don't know how soon, but pretty soon he'll leave here, and we'll encounter him up at the, like, near the capital, in the Altus Plateau. See if he has anything to say. He does not. We've just got to check this every so often and check dialogue.
Always good to see you, son.
Okay, cool. So he's got dialogue too.
I see. When Ranni shed her flesh, she shed the curse mark too. You know, not everyone would trust such a tale. But if she in her current form is nothing more than the living doll you profess, then perhaps it's true after all. Forgive the bluntness of the notion, but how would you like to become one of Ranni's vassals? Only in order to get what we want, of course. The location of the body which bore the curse mark, which right now I haven't the faintest. And the best way to find out is for you to enter her service and take a poke around on the sly. I know you've got what it takes. Not only are you a superb fighter, but people want to trust you. I've seen it. Can you become Ranni's vassal to advance our agenda? While in her service, you'll be able to take a poke around on the sly and determine the location of her original body that bears the curse mark. I realize that I'm asking you to put yourself in grave danger, but I know you've got what it takes. Quite possibly the only one, in fact. Can you become Ranni's while in her service and determine the location? I realize that but I know you've got what it takes.
Okay, cool. So now that I've talked to him about that, maybe now I can progress her quest line. I'm not sure if there's something else I have to do prior, but I might be able to progress things with her now. So we can probably go back to her rise and talk to her again.
Well, I see you found another great rune.
Sure have.
Wonderful. You are a worthy fellow tarnished indeed.
You're too
Make
kind.
the journey to the capital, Lendel, that lies to the east of the Altus Plateau, at the foot of the Erd Tree. The two fingers will deny your passage no longer. You may be our best hope. Find your way to the Elden Ring, for we are tarnished, and we must answer the call of grace.
That is so cool. Okay, so some of this all 5 of these should be good, but let's talk to him about some other stuff.
Find the Albinoric woman. She hides in a cave.
Oh, wait, this?
She knows the location.
Okay, that we've already talked about. About Godric we've talked about. What about if I've killed
The
Renala?
Academy of Rhea Lucaria lies to Renala is queen of the Carian, and her great rune dwells within the egg she so dearly clutches.
Okay, so yeah, he's just gonna repeat stuff, I think.
So, Godric the Grafted, Lord of Stormvale. Despite being the blood of Godfrey, first Elden Lord, his castle lies upon the cliff, but I suspect you know that.
Okay, so I guess the dialogue kind of changed with some of these since I beat them, maybe. But we still haven't killed Radahn, Rykard, or Morgott.
You've already heard. Indeed. It seemed the whelp harbored suspicions, so I had no further use for her. Honestly, what's a man to do? A determined plebeian is more wicked than an omen horn, quite frankly. I suspect that's just what the Queen wants. A dose of ambition to incite the tarnished.
Okay, cool. So that was dialogue about Nefeli Lu. Okay, so all of his dialogue should be exhausted, so we're good when it comes to him. Let me check a couple things here real fast. So I still don't think there's anything here that I care about purchasing, and I don't have any bell bearings, so everything's good with the Twin Maiden husks. Let's go check the last couple of people that we have to talk to here real fast. Just see if there's anything to progress with them, and then we'll go back to Ranni's Rise.
Greetings. Are you here for spirit?
Okay, I see, again with her, I don't think I have to spirit tune anything to progress her quest, so I don't think I'm going to, because again, I'm not using spirits in this playthrough.
I am pleased. Would you like a blessing? Would you like... Then good day to you.
Okay, so I've got to progress her soon, too. I might need to use the Baldekin's Blessing and let her hold me again, possibly. I gotta read about that, but...
Ah, you. Please, leave me be. It's pathetic, I know, but I need to think. So you know already, do you? Right. It's true. My father cast me out for indulging my emotions, forgetting the mission, punishment for offing his pawns. Lord Gideon has offered me guidance all my life. I would have done anything for him, to place him on the throne of Elden Lord. And yet though it was not my intent, I betrayed him. And I can no longer trust in Father. To think he'd order his men to enact such tragedy. Where is the justice he purports in that? He once told me that if he became Elden Lord, he would never allow the downtrodden to be cheated ever again. Was he simply lying to me? No. How could I say that? Father has always given me his guidance. And now... I've lost it.
So we got that Stormhawk King. It's basically like ashes, summon ashes, but we can't actually summon with it. So that's a key item you may remember.
Is that ash? I can smell the ancient storm in it. My thanks. I'll gladly take it. I'm not like Broderica. I don't feel the presence of spirits, let alone see them. Still, this ash, it reminds me of my first hawk. Thank you. In this ash, I can smell the ancient storm. It reminds me of my first hawk. In this ash, it reminds me of my...
Okay, so her quest line has been progressed to a point that I don't think I can move it along for a little while. And we've opened this other door down here, right? Yeah, that's been open. Cool. So, honestly, as far as I know, her quest is mostly wrapped up. I think there's just one more little piece left of her quest, and then she's pretty much done.
Well, I took you no matter.
Alright, and I'm gonna upgrade my weapon. He doesn't have any dialogue right now. So, should I go ahead? I guess I'm gonna go ahead and go to plus 13. Because I've got five smithing stone 5s right now. So let's upgrade, and now I need one more to be able to upgrade again. So right now I'm at plus 13, which is sweet. Okay, cool. So we'll call that good. That's all wrapped up. And then let's see. Is there anyone else I should go and talk to real fast? I don't think that there is. Merchant Kele. I keep having to mute my mic because Charles keeps barking. I've muted it multiple times during dialogue because I know when I'm not talking, you're gonna be able to hear him a lot better. All right, but I think that we're pretty much good with all of this stuff. Let's go over to. Oh yeah, that's right. That was the last thing I was gonna do real fast. Is go over to Ranni's Rise, and see if she had any more dialogue now that I've talked to Roger. Because maybe now she'll give me the inverted hourglass. I guess we'll have to see. But if she doesn't, what we're going to head on to next is the Ainsel River Well. Because that's the next river well that I've got to go through. Because we've gone through the Siofra River Well, which you initially access inside of the Mistwood. And so then the Ainsel River Well is over here on the eastern part of Liurnia.
The curse mark thou saw.
Oh, nice.
Oh, is that so? Thou wouldst render me aid. Is that thy proposal? Affording thyself opportunity to grope about for the curse mark's location, no doubt. Very well. There's nothing wrong with a well-laid scheme. What's more, if my past and past wounds beckon to thee, I am curious enough to see what thy destiny portends. I'll allow it. Enter my service, and good hunting to thee. Good. Then I ask we proceed with haste. There is, in my service, a half-wolven warrior by the name of Blythe. I would have thee join him in searching for the hidden treasure of Nokron, the Eternal City. I have called for Blythe to greet thee below. Take from him the particulars. Ah, and there wilt thou find Iji, my war counselor, and Salavis, preceptor in the sorcerous arts also. Heed not their peculiarities. Feel secure in gaining from them what advantage thou canst. I am sure the others will be doing just the same. Speak with the 3 who await thee below. Thou needst not indulge them unduly, but they too wish to appraise thy worth. It hath been a passing long time since a newcomer entered my service after all. Speak with the thou needs. It hath been a...
Okay, cool. So that progresses a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, and I can't actually fast travel right now. So let's go back down. I wonder if Sullivan's Rise open now then, or when she says the 3 waiting below. So we've got Blythe, E.G., and Sullivis. So are they waiting down here somewhere, or like will they just show up? Oh, they sure will. Look at that. Or oh well, at least E.G. will.
Oh, so you were the one. Lady Ranni has explained everything. Again, I am Iji, the Karian royal family's dedicated blacksmith and Lady Ranni's war counselor. I'm told that you are searching for Nokron with Blythe. I will give you whatever guidance I can, and pray for your success. My apologies for the misleading words of warning. I never imagined that an audience, let alone service to Lady Ranni, was in your fate. I, for one, should have seen it, but I did not. Do forgive me, my fellow. Let us give all that we can of ourselves, together, for Lady Ranni. Let us give all together.
Okay, cool. So he's been talked to. Let's see, if I continue... Yeah, I still can't fast travel, so I think the further down we go, we see each one of them. Yeah, that's so interesting.
Long time, friend. Blythe. Have you forgotten? Glad to have you in the service of Mistress Ranni. Well, getting right to business. I'm still in Limgrave. The eternal city of Nokron lies somewhere at the bottom of this land. I'm planning to go below through the well in the Mistwood. See if I can't find the road to Nokron from there. I'm going below through the well. See if I can't find... Don't keep me waiting, eh? I'm going below. See if I can't. Don't keep me waiting.
Okay, so we need to go talk to him in Limgrave. And then here's Sullivan.
I see. You must be Ranni's new hireling. Yes, I've heard all about you. I am Sullivan, preceptor in the sorcerous arts. I don't know what it is the mistress sees in a provincial tarnished like you, but since we have the misfortune of serving the same lady, I ask that you kindly try not to drag us all down with you.
Friendly guy?
I reside in another tower close by. Come and pay me a visit. Should you wish to be of actual service to Mistress Ranni. If it were up to me, I wouldn't waste my time on the likes of you. But who am I to stand against the wishes of my lady? I reside in... Come and pay me a visit. Should you... If it were up to me, but who am...
Okay, so his dialogue's done. So we've talked to each of the three of them. Oh, look at how many things it shows there. Ranni's Rise, Ranni the Witch, Blythe the Half-Wolf, War Counselor Iji, and Preceptor Sullivan. So, all three of them have been talked to. Let me go and quickly rest at the Grace, because I think everything that I've done here is wrapped up, but I do want to rest real fast so that I can fast travel, and I'd also like to quickly run over to Sullivan's Rise and see if that has opened up now, because now we can fast travel. There's not currently a Grace over there, and I don't know if one ever even opens up near his Rise. I don't think it does. I think this is just always the closest one. So, I'll sprint over there again real fast and see if his Rise has opened. It most likely has. I'm assuming. I can't see why it wouldn't have. Yeah, look at that. It's opened up. The magic gate is no longer there. So we'll progress his quest line real fast, and then we'll go over to Limgrave quickly and try to talk to Blythe again.
Well, you took me at my word. Did you not realize I was merely being polite? Oh, you provincials never cease to amaze. I suppose you're here now. Perhaps I'll give you something to do. I'd like you to find a woman called Nefeli to administer a potion. Even you can do that much, can't you? Good. Now I shall hand over the potion in question.
Sullivan's potion. Oh, I didn't mean to jump.
Find Nefeli and ensure she drinks it. I expect glad tidings, and soon.
I don't want to do that.
I've no time for idle chit-chat. The only thing I will hear from you is a report of your task's completion. Are we understood? Then off you trot. I have enough on my plate. I've no time. The only thing... Are we understood? I have enough.
Okay. So I don't know what that affects in terms of the quest line, because I want to keep Nefeli alive, because I've got to complete her quest line, and I can't remember what happens if I try to give her that potion, but I'm assuming if I actually give it to her, it's nothing good, but I don't know. So I guess we'll have to figure that out now, too. Lots of quest stuff happening today. And I mean, this is stuff that I had said we would have to do a bunch of this stuff soon anyway. Because these are things that we've got to get done to make sure that quest lines don't get locked out and things like that. And it's all a part of the goal of this being 100%. So I'm glad that we're getting a bunch of this done all in one go here. Ooh, another memory stone. Sweet. That means I've got... Do I have 8 now? Yeah, I've got 8 memory slots. I think that the max is 12. I believe. So we can get 4 more. Okay, so this is done then. War Counselor... Let's also go over and talk to Iji now. Just to see if he's got any dialogue in his main location. Because obviously, talking to all of them at the Rise, they were in their, like, ghost or mist form or whatever.
Well, my fellow, as War Counselor?
He does have dialogue. And is there anything... Yeah, I don't want to purchase anything. I don't need to strengthen anything.
I take it you've heard of the eternal city of Noxtella? Well, it has a twin, known as Nokron. The other eternal city. After years of expeditions, we've determined the location of Nokron by going underground through the well in the Mistwood of Limgrave. You can see Nokron up above. Only we've failed to find a path leading to the city. Blythe's made a good go of it, but I'm afraid this has him quite stumped. To be honest, I'm not sure where to go from here. I take it you've heard of the Eternal City. Well, after years of expedition by going underground, only Blythe's made it, to be honest.
Wait, where do you... Okay.
Blythe is Lady Ranni's stepbrother. Ranni's mother, Queen Renala, approved of him, and they played like siblings from childhood. They were always happy to have me tag along as well. When Lady Ranni renounced her flesh and chose the dark path of the Empyrean, Blythe and I swore allegiance as vassals. But none of us will ever forget our earliest days together. Promise to look after Blythe for me, will you? The man is honest to a fault. But fortunately, now he has you.
Okay, cool. So his dialogue is also now completed. And then we need to go, let's see, where... So is he in the river well now? Let me see. Abandoned merchant. Let's check right inside the river well quickly, because he was saying that he's in Limgrave. So I'm going to check here as well as up above and see if he's around. Because I don't know if he shows up down here or up above. I don't remember this part of his quest line. Okay, let's go up above then. I guess probably easiest way to get to it is probably from here, right? I think that's probably the fastest way. So we can run over and check up above, like right near where the river well's at, and see if he's there. And if not, then I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. Figure out where he actually is next. So over here, eventually, an event happens. I'll try not to spoil it if you haven't seen it before, but something happens there, and that's related to the same quest line, essentially. And we talked to Blythe there, but we're not to that point yet. So that's why I think that he must be back here near the river well. So let's see. Is he hanging out over here? Like I said, I don't remember at all where he hangs out right now. But at the same time, I may have done certain things that maybe caused him to skip over one of his locations, and we might not find him for a little bit. I wouldn't really be surprised about that either. Yeah, because he's not here. So what I'm guessing is that he's probably... He might already be... Oh, that's right. So this is the Siofra River well. He could be over this way, because I may have progressed things to that point where he's already showing up at the other one. No, I guess not. You know what we should do? Just bear with me here. We're gonna check one more thing. Last thing that we can probably do is actually go down to the bottom, just at this part of the well. Because this would be... Or wait, actually an easier way to get there, though, would probably be this grace, rather than waiting for the lift to come all the way back up. Because maybe he's all the way here at the end. That's entirely possible too, that he's just at the end of the area. But I'm kind of doubting that. I'm just sort of having the feeling that I won't see him for a little bit. Yeah, so he is not here either. Okay. All right, well that I think pretty much wraps up a lot of those quest lines. And of course, Ranni still, she hasn't given me what I need yet for the study hall entrance, so we're gonna have to wait on that. Let me check one other thing real fast. Let me look at my notes here and see if there's any other side quests that I had info about that we need to do right now. I don't think so. Doesn't look like it. So let's go and start taking on Ainsel. Let's make that happen. Because this well has been sitting here for quite a while, and I just haven't started going through it yet. So I believe it is now time to do this. And when we were here before, and I just briefly fought these ant creature things, it seemed like this is a pretty low level area. I don't think that I'm gonna have much trouble here. So we'll see if that's true or not. And I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna make it happen. But now that we're kind of done with a whole bunch of quest lines and talking to NPCs and stuff like that, kind of making sure that all that stuff is progressed. As we go through here, just a reminder, as always, the whole premise of this playthrough is obsessive thoroughness. So I'm going to be going through all the corners throughout here, checking absolutely everything that I can possibly imagine to check, and the goal is to miss nothing. That's been the goal of the whole playthrough, and we might have to backtrack at some point. I might have to come back down here even after we wrap it up, who knows. Because sometimes I see a comment telling me that I missed something, or I watch back an episode and realize, oh yeah, I didn't go to this place, or I said I was going to go here and never did. And so that's kind of that's the whole premise here. We're trying to get everything, absolutely everything. It's not just about the trophies, even though that's a huge goal of it. It's also about basically touching every part of the map, seeing every last corner and rock and pebble that you can find. Okay, so now that I'm at plus 13 on this thing, let me see how much damage I do. Okay, yeah, so that was about what it was last time I was here, because I don't think I've upgraded that much since the last time. So, it's about 3 hits to kill them. And then what about, let's try Glintstone. How much damage does Glintstone do? Oh, that does like half their health, so yeah, so I think I'm in pretty decent shape for the area. So this shouldn't be too much of a challenge until it becomes a big challenge. I don't know. I guess we'll see as I progress through. Let me turn my lantern on as well. My lantern. Alright, so I think over this way, from what I remember, I'm pretty sure this is just a dead end. So let's go check this first. I think path of progression is over there. Oh, man. This guy's coffin, his grave, has been desecrated. Poor guy. But I think that I might be able to, I think I can get up there eventually. I think you can kind of be on the other side of this. Possibly, but just from here, I think that this is as far as I can go, as far as I remember, right? Yeah, it's pretty much a dead end here. Looks like nothing else to see here, as far as I know. And then, oh, look at this cheeky guy. You know what I should do? Do I have throwing knives right now? Because instead of just using glintstone all the time, maybe I'll use some daggers. Because I feel like I barely use daggers and throwing knives and stuff throughout the playthrough, even though I love them. And I always say that, and then I forget to equip them again. So I need to start using them more often. Okay, yeah, so back this way is done. All of this is cleared out, at least for the time being. Again, I might be able to get to that upper area above the waterfall from the other direction at some point, but there's nothing we can really do over there right now. So that is wrapped up. We'll call that mighty fine and good. and then continue on down through the tunnel over this way. I think that this is another one of those areas where I seem to remember inside the tunnel there's something not so good, pretty dangerous, besides just the ants. I definitely know that past the tunnel, I don't know if this is in the tunnel, but I definitely know that past the tunnel there's some sort of creature. I can't remember what it's called, but it's obnoxious to deal with and can hit you from 20 miles away, it feels like. So we'll see about that when we get there. I think that's, like I said, pretty much right outside this tunnel once we make it to the other side. But until we get to that, or whatever else the big thing is in this tunnel that I'm not remembering, until then it's pretty much smooth sailing, because these ants are not really a problem. If that's even what they are. I guess they're ants. I don't know, they're kind of hairy for being ants, though. I feel like they have a lot of hair on them. Oh yeah, what is this noise? Is one of these... Did one of these poison? I feel like... Oh, no, he does... That's rot, basically, right? Is that what that is? Don't do it. Yeah, I don't know what that is, because it didn't give me any sort of rot status effect, but it looks like rot. Oh, I knew something was going to end up coming up behind me after all that. Any more coming up behind me? And where did he even come from, actually? Did he fall from the ceiling and I didn't see him? Because this is where the first guy was, right? I killed him. Yeah, he must have been up on the ceiling or something, or maybe he came from around the corner there. I just didn't see him. Oh my goodness, and another one. Where are you guys coming from? You're so big, there's no way that you're just hiding in a little cubby. Goodness. Have you ever seen... So there's a photographer that got an extreme close-up photo of an ant's face, and it is terrifying. I encourage you to look it up, because it's super scary. It's like something you'd imagine out of a horror movie, yet it's just nature. Okay, so this is also a dead end. Back down here. And wasn't there... I'm trying to think. I feel like there was something else I needed to check, and I can't remember what it was. Or like an item I picked up. But I don't... Oh, that's what it was. I was going to make a comment about the Smithing Stone 3 that I just picked up. So that's another thing that makes me think that this area is going to be relatively easy, and that it's going to be another spot that I'm probably pretty vastly over-leveled for. The fact that it was just a Smithing Stone 3... I mean, because I picked up Smithing Stone 5 somewhat regularly recently, so Smithing Stone 3s are pretty low-hanging fruit. So I have a feeling that all of Siofra is going to be a relatively easy area to get through. Except, like I said, there's a couple enemies throughout here. Like, whatever the huge creature is that we're going to come upon that can shoot you from 20 miles away. Seem to remember that that thing is no joke. And the boss of the area, I think, is a similar thing to whatever this big creature is that we're coming upon. But I think the main boss of the area, even though he can be tricky, I seem to remember I didn't have much trouble with him in my first playthrough. So, we'll see if that's the case again once we get there. But that'll probably be, I'm guessing, a couple episodes from now. Usually these wells, I feel like... Well, I shouldn't say usually, because... Because the only other well that we've gone through so far was Siofra. So I don't really have a baseline on how many episodes it usually takes, but I feel like it's probably around 3. So it'll be a couple episodes down the road. And do I want to go this way first? I think this is the way I want to go first, right? Because wait, let's just see. Or wait, no, because I think that this other pathway... Yeah, I think that other one down there, that leads into the greater area that we're actually going to explore. That'll lead towards the path of progression. I think back here is just some enemies, a boss, and maybe some items. Because I'm pretty sure back here is where the, like, secondary boss of the area is at. Oh, yeah, and there's a lot of stuff going on in here, so I'm going to be cautious. Why can I not hit him? Really? What about with Glintstone? Does Glintstone hit you? It sure does. Okay, and I don't think yeah, it doesn't trigger all of them at once. It just triggers a few at once. And these, again, are not that much of a challenge, so I think it'll be fine. I'm going to drink this real fast. Ooh, it does appear that a lot of them are noticing my presence. So I'm going to do a lot of stuff from back here, I think. Because there's no way I'm going one-on-one with all these at once. Or I shouldn't even say one-on-one. I'm not going 1-on-12. Crap. Ooh, man, I rolled right underneath that. Whew. That's a lot of guys happening there. Oh, that's right, and then there's this thing. I don't think that he does anything special, even though he looks super gnarly. I think it's basically just, yeah. And then his sack pops. What a guy. Oh, a golden rune 10. Dang, and a rune arc. That's awesome. How much does golden rune 10 give you? It's got to be a lot, right? And wait, where are those usually? Are they in... Oh, no, duh. They're usually literally just in here. So that gives you 5,000 runes. Okay, that's pretty good. It's pretty good, yeah. Sweet. It's funny that for the guy with the big sack, him just being like a 3-hit kill like all the others, the fact that that gives you a level 10 golden rune is kind of crazy. That seems super... I mean, because essentially then you're getting the runes that he just drops, which is, I don't know, probably only a couple hundred, plus the 5k from that golden rune. So you get a decent amount from him for just hitting him 3 times. So not too shabby. So then I think this room is good. I don't think there's anything else I need to check in there. I feel like after yesterday, being in Raya Lucaria, I feel like I'm so paranoid about checking for illusory walls and stuff that as I'm walking by stuff, I'm kind of just looking, going, could that potentially be an illusory wall? Which I feel like in areas like this, they're not as common because of the fact that, I mean, the walls are jagged and stuff. It's harder to have an illusory wall type of thing. Oh, this actually, wait, this leads to a different spot than I was thinking it did. So maybe this doesn't lead over towards where another boss is? Yeah, I guess that it doesn't, but that other pathway, I think, leads maybe down to there eventually. So we're gonna have to go back and check out that other path eventually. But first, I guess let's check all this out. I don't think there's any drop downs from here, as far as I can tell. Yeah, looks like we're good. Okay, let me hop down here though, because I think that going through all that, coming this way is the only way to get on top of this to grab this item. And then there's something right there, but I think that that's also just a drop down and nothing major. Smithing Stone 4. And then let's check this out. Yeah, so I think that going through that tunnel with Big Sack Man, I think basically just leads you here. What is this? Ooh, more Celestial Dew. So that's for Absolution in the... what's that church with Muriel? Whatever that church is by the Eastern Tableland in Limgrave. That's what the Celestial Dew is for. Okay, so that's all taken care of. So then these guys, we fought these before. Or something basically just like them. I don't know if they're exactly the same, but these are essentially the same thing that we fought inside of... Ooh, does that... Ooh, okay. Woo! Inside of the Siofra River Well. Crap, I shouldn't have swung there. So, essentially same deal going on here. Crap. Dang it, I need to get out of here and heal. Holy dang. Man, he can do some serious swinging. My goodness. Yeah, because they basically, like, they just do not stagger. They might be slow, but they sure are beefy. Yeah, these do appear to be pretty much the same exact thing that we fought before, because what I was wondering is if the difference was they didn't do these sorceries, but they do also do the bubble sorceries. Whoa, Smithing Stone 1. It's been a long time since I picked one of those up. How about this? Golden Rune 3. Okay, this guy's rolling to victory, so I'm gonna deal with him real fast. He put in the effort to come over, so I'll say hello to him. These also, so wait a second, this, what did it say? What area are we in at this point? Because it didn't say something about old this must be down below. I'm gonna have to check the map in a second. This must be down below the old palace ruins up in Limgrave. Or, I'm sorry, up in Liurnia. Because these are the same type of statues as I found there. Inside of old palace ruins and, like, the labyrinth area. Whew, that was close. He's gonna hit me. Nope, he missed. Alright, I'm making pretty quick work of these guys. Not too much of a problem. Whoop! I was waiting to get hit again before I healed. Crap. Man, I hate the reach that they have sometimes. You only get like 117 for these guys, which I guess isn't bad considering that they're pretty much useless. Just blobs of flesh. Oh yeah, and I'm going to use this real fast. Okay, yeah, so let's see. So, yeah, so this would be right near where... So this is Old Palace Ruins. Ruined Labyrinth. Where is that spot? Yeah, so basically, isn't right here, like, also the Old Palace Ruins up above? So, it goes down below then, too. That's interesting. I've never caught that detail before. That's kind of cool. Let's, so I'm just backtracking right now for a second, because what I want to see is if this will lead me right back to that other path, where it split off and we went over to Giant Sack instead of the other way. I think that this will lead me to where that other path was, so I guess let's check it out and see if that is indeed the case. Because I'm 99% sure that that's going to be the case. But there might be at least a couple of things to check out on the way back to that opening to the path. So I want to check it regardless. And then we'll head back down. Oh, and this might also... Yeah, so there is stuff to check prior to where that opening to the path was. Oh yeah, because there's a grace here. Look at this. Boom. Okay. Very nice. So definitely a good thing to come back and check instead of just moving forward. So this is the Ainsel River Sluice Gate. Is that how you say that? Yeah, that's got to be sluice, right? I don't think it's sluice. Sluice! Sounds like a weird southern lady's name. Sluice. I mean, I guess she doesn't have to be a weird southern lady. But sluice just, it doesn't sound normal. Oh, so yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff back here, too. And then this, yeah, this is up on the bridge right above the waterfall, and we can look over the area that we were just at. But then if I drop here, I think that that's all stuff that I can get to just by walking across the bridge and going down. So I'm not going to drop. I'm just going to walk across here and then move my way down. And so I want to, I think before we end the episode, I want to make it all the way back, basically to where the path split over by Sackman real fast. By the Sack Ant. He's got a lot to brag about. Just being honest. Although, I don't know that that's necessarily something he should brag about. It seemed swollen and infected or something. I don't know. Maybe ants like that sort of thing, but what the heck is this? It almost looks like it has feet on the bottom of it. It's got weird tootsies down there. Ooh, so this is, I forgot that when we're down in these river wells, because they're similar to what catacombs are, you get more of the Ghostgrave Glovewort down in these places. Not that I need it. We're so far into the series that I don't even mention the fact anymore that we're not even utilizing Ghostgrave Glovewort, because I'm not using any sort of spirit ashes or anything, so I don't need to upgrade them. I'm not using a shield, so all that stuff I just kind of don't even mention anymore, because 71 days in, it's sort of just second nature at this point, knowing that none of that stuff is going to be of any use. But I pick it up anyway, just because. I'd rather pick up all the things and know that every item and every last material that I could possibly have has been grabted. Shattershard Arrow Fletched. So this is the waterfall that leads back out into the area where all the slow blobs were at. And then Smithing Stone 3. Man, yeah, Smithing Stone 3's being in here. We're in low-level territory, my friends. Low-hanging fruit is what I like to say. Got ooh, and that's a ghost glove we're at 1. Man, that's pretty bad. That is nothing very useful. Oh wait, and I think the Ghost Grave Glovewort, those only go up to 10, I believe. Same as the Somber Smithing Stones. I think they both only go up to level 10. Yeah, and then I think, is this the other opening? Yeah, it is, because in this, let me just double check. Yeah, okay, so that leads back over to Large Sack. Okay, perfect. So all of this is checked out then. Everything back that way, that would lead back to the first Grace. Cool, so I can call all of this back here done. So I guess now where we're headed, and I don't really want to fast travel back, because then all of the blob guys would respawn. It's easy enough to just run back over there to be sure that all of them stay dead before I get into the area, because there's still a decent amount of them living over here. So it seems silly to have all of them respawn. So, since all of that's done, and we've got this Grace, that means that I can head back down. There's nothing in this room besides that Grace, so that's good to go. And if we look at the distance between the first Grace and this one, that's actually decent distance, which I feel like we haven't really traveled that far, but we apparently have. Alright, you know what I'm going to do, too, is I'm going to send this back up, because then if I die, it's already waiting for me. And to check beneath this. Nothing beneath it, nothing special. Okay, so now I'm going to work my way through here. Yeah, so Old Palace Ruins, that is so cool to me that it's basically the same place as up above in Liurnia, but now this is just the lower portion. So the palace basically was built above ground, and it wasn't just like foundations put in the ground, it was a whole extra part of the palace that was down here. So that's so interesting to me. That's a really cool detail. And like I said, I feel like I've never put that together before. That they're both part of the upper portion up in Liurnia and this lower portion down below Liurnia. I've never put together the fact that it's all part of the same thing. I don't know why. And didn't I see... Yeah, I see an item over here. Oh, shoot. Hello. I didn't know that they knew about me yet. What are you... Oh, what the heck is that? Alright, David. There you go. My goodness. Did that come back to him? No, it does not. Okay, I was thinking that maybe it was like a boomerang type deal where it would fly back to him or something. Okay, you guys are not much of a threat to me. You're enough of a threat, though, to where I'm a bit concerned. Man, how long it takes them to throw that is very annoying. Like, just throw it. At least, the fact that it doesn't come back to them, though, makes it where it's not that much of a threat, I guess. Because if you just have good dodge timing just for that one throw, it's not like you have to dodge it again on its way back. So, I'm cool with that. Oh, man, they are just coming out of the mist. And this guy's rolling out of the mist, rolling into victory. Dang. Okay, crap. I'm gonna heal real fast, because that kind of got me low. Made me real sad about it. Got me low. Don't you fling those. Okay. Alright, so was there anything else under here? I think I'm good. I think it was just that one item over on the edge of the waterfall. Because that was one of the things that I had to go back for when we went through... I always forget what the difference between the two is. This is Ainsel, yeah. When we went through Siofra, I had to go back for an item that was underneath one of the waterfalls very early in the area, and I didn't even realize that the item was there until I watched back the episode where I walked through that spot. And it was multiple days later that I realized it. Or at least that we went back. I think I had realized it prior then when I watched back the episode that day, but I didn't go back until multiple episodes later. So I like to avoid that when I can, because then we don't have to do backtracking, but I feel like inevitably I always have to do some backtracking, because there's so much to remember when you're going through the game. That's why the people that put together the actual 100% walkthroughs, where it's not just something like this where you're kind of coming with me through my 100% playthrough, and just like I know most of what I need to do, and I I can kind of guide you through it, but for the most part, we're just doing this together. The people that don't do that, and it's literally a full guide, and they just have everything memorized and mapped out and written down, I mean, that's insane. Like, that is... props to those people who do those walkthroughs of this game, because it's a lot to keep straight. For me, it's more fun to just go, alright, we're going to do this together, because that's kind of the whole premise of the channel anyways. We just sort of play games together and enjoy ourselves. It's not that serious. And so that's more fun to me. It also makes my life a bit easier instead of having a 300-page notebook of just all the stuff we need to hit throughout the game. Instead, I just like to memorize as much as I can, and then when we need to backtrack, we backtrack. What's up there, buddy? My goopy friend. Oh man, there's a couple in here too. Don't you do it. See, I wonder, does this do much to them? It doesn't, yeah, it doesn't feel like it does all that much. I wasn't even actually trying to do that. I was trying to do an unsheath, but then just happened to still have the torch in my hand. Crap. I hate that they can just go straight from a roll into hitting you. It's not fair. Okay, so all of this over here is done. Most of this stuff back here is done. So we can go through this way, but there's also a path over on that side. And I think we'll take the path over on that side first. Because this should just lead me right out into chaos, basically. I think that'll lead me right out to where that big, pretty difficult enemy is that I was talking about. And he's a big boy. You'll see in just a second. He's relatively large. He could probably... To me, I'm probably an ant. And not one of these big ants you see walking around here. Like, a normal person... A normal, everyday world ant is probably about how big I am to the guy that we're headed towards right now. Whatever he is. I don't even know what his name is or what those things are called. Which you'll see in a second. So this is... All of this is done. Was there anything up? I just want to check around the tootsies of this statue and see if there's anything sitting up here. Which I don't think that there is, but it never hurts to check, you know? Might as well check everything. I should have called this series... Instead of calling this a 100% long play with like Journey to Platinum in the title, it should have been called It Never Hurts to Check. Because that's sort of been my motto. So, but I think that this path right here, even though the one out front, like right through that tunnel or through the palace gate or whatever it is, even though I think that leads me right out into the main area of chaos, I think that this will take me over onto the side, and I might have the ability to kill this thing from over here on the side. I don't remember how that works. So I guess we'll see as I progress through here. Let's see what happens. Because doesn't this put me a little higher? Yeah, that thing right there. Can he hit me from right here? Like, will he know about me? I'm sure he does, right? Yeah, so watch this. Watch how massive this thing is and what he does. Like, holy crap, man. That is no joke. And how do I get up to him again? I don't remember... Because I'm pretty sure that I can... Oh, yeah, I can jump up on that thing. Okay. Alright, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to wrap the episode for today. I think that we're pretty much... This is about how long I like to keep the episodes. It varies. It always varies. But I think this is a good time to stop, because then tomorrow what we can do is run out here and head up this slope, and then I should be able to wrap around and kill him. So, we'll see if that works and if I'm remembering correctly. So, that's going to wrap us for today. Make sure to tune in tomorrow for day... What'll it be? Day 71, I think? Somewhere around there. I don't remember what today is already. I said it at the beginning of today, but I forgot. So, anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I will talk to you tomorrow.